Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Little Curves. So today again I have come up with wedding series, a new topic, and you know I love to make this series and you enjoy it more. So let's get started. Don't you know that you're beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you came. So today's wedding series is all about photographer. That is the most important part in any wedding, and a wedding is incomplete without a photographer and a videographer. Now there are some tips which you should keep it in mind. First, the budget. The budget is really very important as to what budget you want, how many days you want. Like, do you want it during just the wedding time, or you want some candid pics while you're getting ready? So you should categorize yourself and make a checklist in advance, because that will help the package to be prepared. Okay, so that's really very important. The second thing which is really very important is that your photographer should understand your personality, and that kind of pics should be clicked. You should sit with your photographer, which is not so much in India, but still nowadays photographers are coming and they just talk to you and know your personality, so that they could click pics or make video accordingly, where they could these are like memories, lifetime memories with you. So they can include your friends, or your journey, your love story. So they should know little bit about your personality, which is very very important. The third thing which is important is props. Now this was not the concept few years back, but nowadays you have so many props, or you have so many things to play when you click pics. So ask your photographer for some ideas, because they are really well into it. And even you check some ideas on Pinterest or Instagram or any other blogs. Okay, just check those ideas or those props which you can use or incorporate during your marriage photos, and how you can plan for it. Ask your friend to help you, or your sister, or anyone else to help, so that you know at what time what photography should be done, or what pics should be clicked in what sense. You should just have an imagination picture, as well as keep some samples with you, so that you can show him also, your photographer also. Okay, now comes the fourth tip that's really very important. Is like, usually during roka time, now this happened in my roka also, the couple photos were clicked later, like after the event. Now after the event your makeup gets very dull. It's very important that these kind of pics should be clicked as soon as you both get engaged and meet each other, and that time. It should not be kept before, like when you get alone time. So that should be managed. The time is really very important thing. Now while you're doing makeup, so the photographer should have that time. You should keep that span of time for the photographer also to click your candid pics. Okay, it's not that you're getting hurry and you just have to rush to the venue, or you are getting late with the makeup. You should remove this extra time for the photography also. That's really very important, because hey, hello, these are like your lifetime things with you, and you should really invest time, because photography as well as album these days are really very costly. So you should focus on these things. Now comes the album. Now album also, it took me 1 year to make my album, and my album was, if you want to see, do write down in the comment section. We would love to share. And our album was Italian based, and it was made from there, from Lakshmi Studio. The link will be down. You could check their work. Their work is really very great. So what one thing I have realized, that how do you have so many pics, like your photography or your album has the pics, like the soft copy, they give you approximately thousands of pics. How do you incorporate? So Aditya and I started making this checklist, like our first relatives, Aditya's first relatives, then it was like a family, like our family tree, like our family, like parents, then siblings, then grandparent parents, and then comes the first cousins and the first family. So we just incorporated these people around, and later in one of the sheet we had incorporated some of our friends, and close ones who were very close. And then there was one sheet where random relatives were put. So we incorporated our album this way so that we could give enough time, like enough space for everyone. Like it was one page for Aditya's first relatives and cousins, then it was one page for me portraying my first relatives and cousin, like my mami, chachi, and all those. Okay, then there was pick like alone, like Aditya's sibling and my sister, so they had an alone space. Okay, my parents and Aditya's parents had an alone space, then it was Dadu Dadi's space. So this way we incorporated our album, and we made this checklist. We had written all the things, like whose pic we want when and how we will arrange. We had one photographer, so we compiled it together and published two copies of it. Okay, so this way we did it so that one copy could be kept with my house here in Delhi and one is in Mumbai. So we did this thing, and it really helped a lot to sort out things, because you get really confused with so many pics. Now this is the post work. Like you should also go for trials, or you should be camera oriented. Now some people are really shy when it comes to camera, or else some people have this habit, whenever the camera captures you, they automatically close their eyes, or some of the spaces where you are little bit intimate or close to each other, you feel shy because of your photographer or people around you. So you should one be aware about the location, like the pre-wedding photo shoots and all. Make sure that you visit that place and you see that place, so that even you have some idea about this place, like one day before. Please do it, please. It's really very important. Like I know how many embarrassing moments we had, though my pre-wedding was done after my wedding. Okay, so pre-wedding was done post-wedding, and still it was a very dumb decision which we took. You have to also check with your photographer as to what is his style. Is he good in candid pics, or is he good in those blurred background pics? There are so many kind of photography, or an object photo, is he good in that? And how will he take that videography? You should, because during marriage time you will be little busy and everyone looks the same, like there's lehenga, choli, and everything. That is a kind of same pattern. Whereas during your pre-marriage photo shoot, which is so common here, you enhance, you come out with your personality, you tell your story to your audience. So that time you can invest more, rather than during marriage time you can't say your photographer much. But keep in relationship with your photographer. That's really very, very important. Just talk to him. He should not be an unknown person coming and just clicking pics and making videos. And also recheck your highlights. It's better, because no one sees those full 2-3 घंटे वाला video. कोई नहीं देखता है. It's better that you focus on the highlights of all the events. Highlight 1 minute का highlight बनता है या trailer बनता है. That's very important. Where you should focus on. And also make sure that you have some non-copyright music, so that your video comes out a little bit more creative. Ask him for some non-copyright, so that you can share it on YouTube and there's no copyright in that, because you never know when you start your channel, like me. So we had copyright issues, and I think that is really very important. You will come up with a unique song and everything. Keep it in mind that you discuss about the light also, because there are marriages which happen during the morning time or during the golden period time, and you should make the best use of these things. It should not be always a flash thing. It should be other things also, which camera he is using. Very little bit idea you should have about these things also. And these are small little tips. I would make part 2 where I'll be explaining more about the props to be used and all. And I hope you have enjoyed this wedding series. So do subscribe to my channel, hit the button like, and stay connected for more and more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.